Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Jason Miller claims a stranger at the grocery store slammed a shopping cart into his parked car. Sarah Jackson says she did the only thing she could think of to protect the plaintiff's girlfriend from his rage.
Okay, Mr. Miller, you are suing Ms. Jackson for $600 in damages to your car that you say she committed. Tell me how this came about.
Well, Your Honor, yes, I am suing her for $600. She just decided out of nowhere to come and use a shopping cart and try to basically assault me, and then I got out the way and it damaged my car.
But why? Okay, usually there's something that precedes that. It may not be a good reason, but it's a reason. So what contact did the two of you have before that happened?
I was having a discussion with my then girlfriend at the time, Ashley.
Who is seated next to the defendant?
Yes.
Okay, you were having a discussion with her about what?
She had brought up some issues that she was having, and it was just not going the way it probably needed to go.
Okay, meaning what?
She had brought up some issues of possible infidelity at one point.
Of her own?
Against me.
I'm sorry, are the allegations against you, or are they, who's cheating? Who did she think you were cheating? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, she thinks I was cheating, Your Honor.
Oh, because you were cheating. All right, so it's not, that's why she thought it, because he was. All right, so she brings it up, and it's not going well because, in your estimation, you should be able to cheat, and it should go well. Is that it?
I just didn't think it needed to be put out in public as well as she did.
Okay, so according to you, what did she do?
No, she brought up the allegations that I was cheating out in public, screaming
at you in a parking lot.
Yes.
And this was a parking lot to what?
A grocery store.
Okay, and so you're in the parking lot. She's screaming, and what are you doing while she's screaming? Whose car were you in?
It was my vehicle. Right.
So while she's screaming, the two of you are outside of the car?
Yes, passenger side.
Okay, and so how did it continue to escalate? Like,
I was trying my best to restrain myself as best I can. She just kept going with it, and then also, inching closer to me, going closer into my face, while she's screaming, and then tensions got a little high.
Why don't you just get in the car and leave? It's your car.
I drove her. I didn't want to leave her.
Well, you didn't want to leave her, so this happened instead.
Yes.
Right. So, so when you were having this discussion with her, at what point do you notice the defendant?
The defendant, she came, I don't know, a couple of minutes into the argument. And she came in hot.
And what did she say that makes you say that?
She was just like, you need to stop screaming. She's like, yeah, hey, stop. Well, she was just going really off on me.
On you?
Yes.
And you're not doing any screaming?
No, not at that moment.
Okay.
So later on, it got a little heated, and I may have raised my voice.
You may have raised your voice to whom?
To my ex-girlfriend.
And what did you say to her in your raised voice?
That I wasn't cheating on her, that it was lies, that nothing had happened.
Okay.
Just trying to get my point across.
Okay, but tell me when the defendant gets into the thick of things with you guys. She says, you've got to stop screaming to you? She says that? What she was doing was that she felt like she needed to interject in between us. Mm-hmm. And you felt that she should just, that it was a private matter?
Yes.
It was a private matter?
It was private and public, I guess you could say.
Okay, so you felt that she should just let it fall where it may and not get involved?
Yes.
And then she didn't. So what did she say to you?
Well,
the defendant.
She was screaming, it's like, you need to stop getting closer to her. You need to back up. You need to just
because
get away
according
from
to you, what was he doing?
He was backing her up. He had gotten so close to her that she was literally leaning back against the vehicle, hanging over the hood of the car. And I was saying, you need to back up, because she had already started saying, please back up, leave me alone, back away from me. And he refused. So I interjected and said, get away from that woman, back up. Then he started coming at me because
what does that mean?
He was yelling at me. So when
what was he saying to you?
He was saying, "You better mind your own business." And then
it wasn't like that, but
oh, it was.
Okay,
he was
talk to
yelling
me
at
and don't interrupt. Go ahead.
So I had a grocery cart. That was all I had, and all I wanted to do was to create a space between him and his girlfriend and him and me. So I pushed my cart forward, and then he, of course, jumped back.
Wait, what caused you to push the cart forward? Your desire to create a space?
Yeah, because he was coming at me.
Okay, explain what you mean by he was coming at me. That's a conclusion.
He had taken several steps towards me, yelling at me, going, "You need to mind your own business and back away."
Coming up on Justice for the People.
What do you do for a living?
I actually am retired. I used to do a lot of volunteer work at the women's shelter, and I've been abused myself in a previous relationship.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jason Miller, who is suing Sarah Jackson for ramming a shopping cart into his car.
Why wouldn't you then call the police?
Well, because I just wanted to make it stop, and the cops would still take a few minutes.
Yeah, that's why I'd get that rolling. That police call.
Well, I didn't want to have as my first thing would be calling the cops, because I don't know what this is. I mean, if I'd come forward and said, knock it off, and he'd gone, okay. And then we'd have talked, and then I could find out whether or not she was a victim of abuse, or if they really were just having an argument.
What do you do for a living?
I actually am retired. I have a couple of kids now, but I used to do a lot of volunteer work at the women's shelter, and I have I've been abused myself in a previous relationship, so I know the look on their face.
Can I speak to you? Could you come on up? I noticed that you're with her and not with him.
Yes. So,
when did you two break up?
We broke up a few months ago, shortly after the incident.
Okay. When the police came on that day, right?
Yes.
What did you tell the police had happened?
I told them that he hadn't hit me and everything was fine.
Okay. I don't think, I mean, she doesn't say he hit you out there, but I have a question for you. You told the police that you weren't afraid and that it hadn't escalated to that point.
Right.
Okay, but I noticed that you're here today, so are you here to say something different than what you told the police?
Yeah. He's hit me multiple times before, even in public, and at the time we were still in a relationship, and I just didn't want to stir things up any more than had already been.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
How long were you in a relationship with him?
5 years.
All right. Is this the first relationship you've been in that has been abusive?
No, it's not.
So have you developed a friendship with the defendant?
I mean, we've texted a little bit, just about
Well, obviously
this
you
case.
gave each other your phone numbers or
Right.
something.
Well,
somebody gave somebody a phone number.
It was with the police report.
Okay. All right. What do you make of the fact that she is on that side right now?
I just think she's being vindictive, honestly.
If she wanted to be vindictive, all she had to do is tell the police that you were threatening her that night.
I mean, obviously, I have the police report showing that she didn't.
I know. That's what a vindictive person would do. So what did you do afterwards that made her vindictive? Because
I mean, I just think she wants to get back at me. She's claiming I abused her, did all this stuff, which I did not.
Did you ever hit her?
No.
Did you ever call the police on him?
No.
On the day that this happened, do you remember when she pushed the cart?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What was happening just before her pushing the cart?
Well, we were fighting, and I was backed up against the side of the car. He was leaning over me. My whole body, my back was leaned up against the roof of the car. And then she came out and asked him to stop, and he was just screaming at me in my face, and then, he got up and started walking towards her.
And what was he saying while he was walking towards her?
He was saying, like, just leave us alone. This isn't your business, stuff like that.
How many steps did he take towards her?
He took quite a few. He was getting closer.
Did he take him in a hurry or did he take him slowly?
I think it was pretty fast.
And did she throw the cart at him after he stopped walking or while he was walking?
No, he was still walking towards her.
Is that how you remember it, that he was still walking?
It all happened really fast. I just
not
know
sure.
he came at me, he was really close, and I thought, okay, this is my one chance to create space between me and him and between him and her.
Do you have a picture of the damage?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
May I see it?
Thank you.
Caused a dent and 8 scratches. The dent is by number 1 up on the top. And so she was saying that I was moving towards her. She literally threw the cart at it. It's not like if she was trying to get space or whatever she's claiming.
But she wasn't throwing the cart at your car.
But at me. But
right.
she let go of the cart and it went right into. She threw it.
Well, and then you jumped and then it hit
Yes.
that. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But she was going to hit me.
What year car is this?
It is a 2005.
And, Your Honor, can I just say, I didn't have a lot of room to catch speed to run at him with the cart.
Well, but you pushed it, right?
I pushed it.
And it did that. Are you suggesting that that the cart didn't do that damage?
Yeah, I'm actually suggesting that some of those scratches were already there.
Well, you would know. You know the car. Were those dents on that car before this?
Some of them might have been. It was not a great car, not a very nice car. There were scratches
Okay,
on it.
but do you know that those dents weren't on? Did you see the cart hit the car?
Yes, I did.
And was it loud?
It was fairly loud, yes.
Right. And what was his first reaction when that happened?
He started swearing, and he was really upset.
And how did the police finally come? Somebody else call the police?
No,
I called the police.
Coming up,
How long did the police take?
3 minutes, 3, 4 minutes. There was somebody in the area.
There's no way on this planet that I pushed it far enough to make a dent.
It's not that hard.
Well,
Don't die on that hill.
this is Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jason Miller, who is suing Sarah Jackson for ramming a shopping cart into his car.
Okay, and everybody just stood there until the police came? How long did the police take?
About 3 minutes, 3, 4 minutes. There was somebody in the area.
I could see where a cart could cause scratches, but there's no way on this planet that I pushed it far enough to make a dent.
It's
in
not
this
that
car.
hard.
It's not that hard. No, yeah, he's right about that. It's not that hard.
Well, it's a
Don't
big
die on
shit
that.
car.
Don't die on that hill.
right.
That's just not the hill to die on.
Like
all right.
a ball can literally dent a car.
Yeah, of course it can, and it does every day. I get this litigation. This is not my first rodeo. I've had this same looking litigation a million times. That happens. The question is, most of the time that I see these cases, somebody has carelessly gone, and then they get in their car because they don't care because the cart is out of their way. That's not the situation I have here. I have a person saying I did it in defense of another and myself. He was coming at me, and so I pushed the cart in, and it only hit the car, not because I intended for it to hit the car. I only intended to stop him from coming at me. It hit the car because he jumped out of the way, and that's why it hit the car. So that's her, it's a different case than the one I normally get. And so if she's right, and I find that she is right, and that she did this either correctly or mistakenly in defense of another, then I don't hold her responsible, so long as her actions were reasonable. She's got you screaming at the top of your lungs. She senses a situation that maybe she was jumping to conclusions, but as it turns out, the sworn testimony of your ex is she was right. She read the tea leaves just right.
Coming up,
I realize that she said one thing to the police and she's saying another thing here. That matters. You guys have broken up. What acts does she have to grind against you to come in here and say that you have been abusive in the past?
this is Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jason Miller, who is suing Sarah Jackson for ramming a shopping cart into his car.
Can I ask you a question? Why? Yeah, I saw that she said that. We used to be a domestic violence judge. So I know how this goes down, you know? I love him, and he did nothing, and that lady's crazy until she's not. But whatever, okay? I realize that she said one thing to the police, and she's saying another thing here. That matters to me. I get that, all right? But by the same token, you guys have broken up. Yes. And what does she have? What acts does she have to grind against you to come in here and say that you have been abusive in the past? What? Because she caught you cheating on her?
That's what I'm assuming, yes.
Mm-hmm. And could I?
No.
No.
No, just take a breath for a second.
Right.
I've got basically all of you saying the same thing. It's not even like you're disagreeing. You admit that you took a few steps towards her.
Yes.
And.
But I did not, like she said that I jerked the motion towards her. I did not. I was at a standstill.
Right. And that's almost what I think the defendant said. It's your ex who says, it looked to me like he kept going and, you know, that he was going to keep going. Of course, that's a split second that a person makes that decision. That's, you know, I can't split hairs like that. The only question I have in front of me is, do I hold her responsible because she ended up damaging your car, which I believe, okay, because she has no proof that that damage was there beforehand. Your ex is saying it was not that great a car, but even your ex isn't saying that damage was there beforehand. And yes, I know carts can make that damage. I get it. But if she did it in defense of herself or another, then she doesn't have to pay for it, because the idea under the eyes of the law is that your actions caused her to do what she did.
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns. This is Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
You had a woman leaning back against a car where you're screaming at her. She's trying to intercede, and then you come at her, and she thinks you're going to be aggressive, and so she defends herself by pushing the cart at you, which you could have caught or not, or whatever. Your instinct was to get out of the way. That's fine, too. Whatever it is, it is. But her instinct was not to hurt your car. Her instinct was to stop you from coming towards her. And she keeps saying create space. I think that might be. I don't think instinct works that fast, but I certainly you're coming towards her. You're being aggressive, and she figures she'll create a distraction. But she throws the cart at you because you're coming at her. You say I was at a standstill. How long were you at a standstill?
Probably afterwards she was yelling at me, maybe like a minute.
A minute, 60 seconds. You were at a standstill.
Because we're talking. I'm not moving towards her. I'm literally arguing with her at a standstill.
That I don't buy, because you're stretching it to try to make your case better, but it couldn't have been that long. I would have bought if you said a couple seconds. I'm finding in favor of the defendant in this case. It's a close one. I got to tell you, it is a close one. But with the facts that I'm listening to, the testimony of both of them, the volatility of the situation, even as you describe it, and you admitting that you took steps towards her, I am not going to find her action of pushing the cart towards you to have been anything other than her self-defense and or defense of another. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I think it was a bad ruling. She did damage my car, and I think she needs to pay for it.
Yeah, I did damage your car, and I'd do it again. And maybe next time you won't be attacking people.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.